I have never been so delighted to see a very odd olive in my entire life, because if this thing doesn't get yoinked by some thief stealing it and, I don't know, disappearing off into the jungle with it, why on earth would they do that? I'm sure nothing nefarious like that would possibly happen when we don't even have a like security anything, and we're kind of just, my plant! Where's my expert in botany? Where is my expert in botany? I need this plant taken care of. Oh my gosh, this poor thing. Hang in there, little plant. I haven't even decorated enough to really get like the buzz going around it, which is definitely something that we need to do if we're going to get people donating as much as we need. And if we're going to, an expedition has returned with our temporary hires. Because never fear, friends, we are indeed still at the pop-up exhibition where we are trying to find the temple troll. And that's going to be a little bit of a challenge. However, even though it is going to be a little bit of a potentially deadly challenge, and also excellent work, temporary hire, who I haven't named after our patrons because I'm a little concerned about how everything might turn out. But good work bringing that Amber Bee back, because at least we can get a little bit of money from, doing the research on it. But you guys, I'm so excited! We have managed to unlock the must-end area while we have been tackling these challenges. We've also been able to unlock none other than, dun 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 dun, Lake Long Loss. Historians tried to keep the count of the number of artifacts found lost in the lake, but they quickly lost count too, and there's really no going back. So this is really cool. It's not a place I think we can visit yet because you need to have marine life experts. And right now, while we're on this special mission, we can only have botany and prehistory experts in our museum. But that's okay. That's okay. Because I think that they're going to be running into a little bit of trouble. And we probably don't need lots and lots of different types of experts, just saying, because we need to send our temporary hires that I get silly goosebumps every time I say that, because I think I've been consoling myself with the fact that they're temporary hires, since there is a high possibility that we might end up with something like a cave collapse that could potentially happen, just maybe. That might possibly be a big risk. So I'm really hoping that doesn't happen. And maybe if we go ahead and we manage to at least get a little bit of training, it looks like if we have one of the survey scanners, we would be able to keep the expedition from having getting lost in a temple and losing 20 days of travel. And if we get them some survival skills, they have less of a chance of being flattened by a boulder. And if they have a group ranking of 15, they're at 11. Maybe there's hope for that. Then we don't need to worry about the cave collapsing, which would be really nice. But that is one of only 4 deadly and doom danger-filled places that our temporary hires might be the first to explore before we make our way back to our museums. So there's also the curtain corner, marking a symbolic line between brave and stupid. Here, the route to Troll Temple becomes unbelievably, according to critics, dangerous. And you just need to have normal experts to go on this one. I think this is a very interesting one, because if you have a so a janitor counters that event, security guard counters that event, and prehistory needed to counter this event from the fiery freefall. Then don't we have 3 prehistory. 3 prehistory? Oh, a level 3 prehistory expert. Really? I'm sure that we'll be able to handle the curtain corner no problem then, and we might find something there right in time to prepare ourselves for going over to the toxic traps, where geographical peril gives way to overt malice. in the booby-trapped approach to Troll Temple, which last time we talked about the fact that when it says like booby-trapped approach, it made me think about like the bird, like the blue and red-footed boobies. And so I just keep imagining a bunch of birds on a cliff, like staring down, waiting for the like intrepid explorers to wander by so that they can attack with what's probably going to be some horrific smelling bird poo, because the red and blue-footed boobies are pescatarians as far as I know. They might eat crustaceans as well. I'm gonna have to double check that. Moral of the story is they eat fish. Any bird that eats fish stinks. Trust me. Like, have you ever smelled penguin water at a good AZA accredited aquarium and or zoo? It stinks. Have you ever smelled flamingos? They stink. So that would actually be a toxic trap in my personal opinion. And to get this one, we do need to have 2 more botany exhibits. So is there a way that we could send... We could send a botany expert and a prehistory expert at the same time to maybe get some experience over here at the Gnawn Wood. But the thing is that costs more money than we currently have. So how close are we at getting our next level? It looks like our temporary hire, Claudia, is actually quite close to going ahead and getting to level 3. And they improve the survey level. I'll try sending Claudia out. And we'll try sending with a expedition journal to, or actually we'll send with the first aid kit so she doesn't step in tar, to our good old greasy fields, where we might bring back something for the low price of only $1,000 for the expedition that we can sell, and maybe send a prehistory and a botany person off to be able to bring back some new treasures. Also, hello, expert in botany? Do I not have any experts in botany who are like, hello, where's my botany experts? They need to be taking care of my plant before it dies. Then we'd have to get another plant. And do you know how difficult that would be? Oh my gosh, they're doing tours. Okay, then let's hire another person. Exhibit analysis speed. Don't know if we need that, but let's do bookworm. And the expedition is complete. There we go. We need to hire somebody to water the exhibits. Oh. And dun 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 dun. How's this helix fossil? Epic quality? That's lovely. Lovely. 3,000. Okay, not as much as I was hoping for, but we're getting a little closer on our cash money then. And I also might need to train some of our staff. So we do need to be making the monies. We're running out of time. Yes, we have just enough to be able to potentially send our staff out to go ahead, and we'll send our higher level staff, Mac, temporary hire Mac, and Claudette. Both of those two should be able to like level up, should become quite experienced if they are wandering through the Gnawn Wood, which we have actually never had a chance to adventure to. So it's with these interns, I suppose, that we are exploring this area and not our patrons, but I feel so guilty about this. And we're gonna have to use the haggling handbook because actually that saves us a lot of money. I'm sorry. I need a place for books to go so we can train some of our staff, and that's a little more expensive than you'd think it would be. Well, at least we can work on getting a survey scanner built so that we'll be ready for some of the Troll Temple Trail expeditions. We still have about half the time left before we need to go ahead and work our way through the entire trail. So I'm optimistic, I am hopeful, I'm excited that we just might be able to make this happen, because I want to see what kind of cool things we might be able to bring home that could really help us out. Let's also get some of the morselman machines for people to have more snacks while we wait. 5,000 is a lot of money, but I'm hoping that'll really help us out when it comes to selling drinks. And then we'll get this like burp machine up as well. And maybe that will attract more more guests to spend their money on dubious vending. These vending machines are out in the middle of nowhere. I don't think that they're being changed very often. So honestly, I'm a little concerned about the people who have decided that they're going to partake of those vending machines. Ah, yes, I know, we're running out of money. Okay, I was trying to, wait, loans! We might never have to pay back loans. That's really bad. I shouldn't be thinking like that, but I am, because that might actually help us out. I'm trying to figure out if I can sell the windows to this, but it doesn't seem like I can reach said windows. What about, yeah, no, okay. So for some reason, I cannot get the windows on the workshop in order to like sell the windows. And we do have the expedition to Gnawn Wood heading out. Can I actually take out a loan? Is this how we learn how to take out loans? Also, we've got like lots of donations there. Is this how I finally learn how to take out loans? Oh, that's a lot of loans. I don't even need that much. I think we can just take out from 2 Point Bank. But if I take out that much, then we could have a second helicopter. What am I doing? Okay. I don't know if we're gonna be able to manage, and maybe we'll not take out as much as we could, because what about 175? Okay, Swindles. I'm gonna take it out from Swindles, and we're gonna run over here. And I think we might be able to do this then. Okay, where is my helicopter? I forgot I needed museum level 12 to have a helicopter. Ah! See, these are those ever important life lessons that we're gaining here. Thanks to these pop-up exhibits, we've learned so much about marketing already. Why not go ahead and learn a little bit more about everything else? All right, and we actually have our very first non-wood expedition done, and Claudette Trinket is now level 3. Let's teach her some survival skills because that will help us out quite a bit. And let's go ahead and let's see what happens to be the very first ever thing that we have discovered from non-wood. The Nibbledon skeleton! Average quality, it sells for a ton and it counts as prehistory. So guess what's about to happen to it? Dang it, I guess that's not botany, is it? I should have gone on a botany tour. The first known creature to take small bites in order to make its food last longer. All right, we're gonna go ahead. We need to cure our staff member of being sick soon. And we're going to go on another exhibition. Also, I guess that was only worth 3,000. Ooh, that was a really bad return on investment then. Ow. Okay, let's see. We're gonna need to send our botany expert out. We do have a survey scanner that could increase the level and prevent stagnant water illness. But I think not getting lost might be important. Oh man, sending our staff out for these much more dangerous expeditions because we're prioritizing speed over safety. It gives you a moment's pause of wondering what you're doing and the ethics therein. But I'm not gonna lie, it does also possibly make you ponder about, well, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. All right, let's see. We're gonna add to this building to make sure that we're just ready for any other work in progress that we might need to do. We're also going to make sure that the walls have our little botany area feeling a bit happier. I wonder if we should do a cafeteria now. Like that might be helpful. 4x3 for making money, if nothing else. And then we'll bring people into the botany area as a result. That could be interesting. So we'll try that out. People can come on in to grab some food in the botany area. Maybe we could put in some windows to be thematic about it. I feel a little bit of like panic over that idea though, because it's like thematic schematic. I have a temple to find, trolls to tackle. And then let's get another, we need more assistants that are like gonna be ready. Nimble, dry-mouthed, delicate, ooh boy, or a bookworm with a nice smelling face. Congratulations! And we'll see if adding tips, and increasing buzz, I think we're probably good with the stuff we've got then. All right, we've got the survey scanner done. I don't think we have anything that we have learned that could help us when it comes to our plants, other than getting some more of the little like interactive exhibits will help. But when it comes to going on botany exhibitions, or excuse me, oh no! I have mixed and mashed my mishmash mushing of museumness and museums and like all together to the point where now I'm tripping over my words again. And I'm trying to figure out, it would be, so we have our museums, we have an expedition crate. Yes! Back from the botany place! Good job, you two! Let's see what we got. And then I need to send that 6th staff member off to go ahead. Ta-da! And get some rest. All right, let's go ahead and put this plant down. People will hopefully enjoy the trap. And then let's see about sending our, I'm gonna send these two off one more time because they didn't get sick from that, which is kind of amazing. And let's get the expedition journal going. And then we'll have, I think, all of the requirements ready to go when it comes to taking care of the requirements for going on those secret trails. Okay, let's see. Now, where are we? People need to go to the bathroom. I only have one toilet. That is actually probably a lot more critical to making sure that people come and visit than you would give credit to. And if more people aren't coming to the cafeteria soon, then we'll just go ahead and sell the cafeteria so that we have a bit, or I guess I could sell like the expensive Morselman vending machine because it doesn't seem like people are really using it. So I'm gonna actually sell those before we use up too much more of our income. And then we'll just leave, there we go. Because I really want to be able to like get out of here soon. What other training might I be able to give someone that might help us survive? Pilot wings. Then we also have survival skills, survey skills. I don't recall anything else that we really needed to have among our trainees, like survival skills, maybe survey skills, rapid restoration. Pilot wings is really nice just to increase the speed of doing these expeditions, which would be really useful. But I think, is survey going to be more useful? Instincts can only take you so far. Let's do survey skills just in case, because we've often noticed when going on our expeditions, there we go, finally managed to stop mishmashing my words, we have noticed that it is very, very helpful to have the kind of skills we need. Also, I'm more than mildly terrified at the fact that we took out so many loans. I won't lie, a little worried about those loans. But it's a good thing that we're not the one that needs to pay for it, but it is a bad thing. It's snakes from above again! Stresses from above. As the team works through a forest, it suddenly starts raining poisonous snakes. Sadly, the team forgot to pack umbrellas. It's just snakes. It's just snakes. It's just snakes. Yes! They got the snake charmer skill! I actually think that's going to help us out on one of the exploratory exhibitions. I managed it again. That we plan on going on. We have negative profit. Maybe I should have... Whoops, no! What did I just... I did not mean to sell that. Oh my gosh, I was trying to change the price of what things sell for in here. Yes, I know, assistant needed in the cafeteria. Also, like, Siri needs to pay attention to things in the cafeteria. We're gonna lower the price of stuff in the cafeteria quite a bit because I just want people to come and, like, get what they need. Probably need to keep it at least in a little bit of something since we took out shady loans. to go ahead and try to run this place. And we have, do we have somebody? Yes, we have someone scheduled for training, and they should be back in just a moment. All right, let's see if this is going to do it, friends. Will this be the final piece we need in order to complete the botany expeditions that will allow us to prepare ourselves, dun 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 dun, for the next expeditions ahead? It is another blooming buffoon. Lovely. Let's put this one down over next to the others. We'll see about decorating that area in a bit. Toxic traps unlocked. Yes! I heard a rumor that we've filmed this next part with fake darts, which is not true. We just used a stunt double. Oh dear. And we've unlocked it. Okay, there we go. So now that we have managed to go ahead and unlock toxic traps as well, we have toxic traps where if we did have somebody with, oh my gosh, if we did have customer service, the haggling handbook. Okay, flattened by boulder is a possible thing that could happen, but if I did train people in customer service and I trained them in being fleet on their feet, then we actually could avoid the poison darts and the free fall, which both seem a little bit deadly. But at least curtain corner, I think we can manage. We don't have, the fiery free fall is a little dangerous when wait, we can do it! Yes! We can go to the curtain corner expedition! Okay, there we are. We can manage this. We've got the crew we need. We have got, I guess, the haggling in order to be able to go there cheaper and faster. And now, avoiding, with the help of the prehistory expert, a fiery freefall, avoiding the snake bite risk thanks to the help of our janitor, avoiding the mono beast nest with the help of our security guard. We can send out an expedition that can go and take care of all those things. Oh, okay. Very happy about that. Not so happy about our poor plant not doing well over here, but hopefully that'll help. And I guess everyone's getting to the chopper now. Oh, and now we remember, if we go ahead and we actually open up the room to be able to allow for more training here in this library, we have just learned that, dun, 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 that we can have some of our other staff really learning how to think on their very, hopefully, fleet feet, especially if they don't want to end up getting, you know, smushed by things, because, like, and by things I mean actual literal boulders, because customer service skills will actually save your life here, which, you know, just goes to show you shouldn't judge. You shouldn't assume you're gonna figure out like how everything could work out. All right, let's see, open training menu. Let's grab those aerodynamics to think fleet on one's feet. And then let's grab the customer service for the next rank of associate assistant who happens to have some skills. And then let's make sure that we have 2 survey scanners already. So let's get the prehistory playground ready to go if we have a janitor available who can do it. And if not, we won't worry about it. And also, our exhibit has been repossessed because I think I forgot to decorate it or something. Dang it! Oh no! And we're losing so much money, but that's fine. We took out a loan. There's some other places we can take loans out from, I'm sure. Oh wait, no, we did manage to get the cash from completing the like olive exhibit. You can trust me with your plants. Maybe not your lives, but definitely with your plants. Let that be a life lesson to us all. All right, guys, we're doing it. We are managing to maybe even get gold on doing these expeditions, though I shouldn't count our golden, like, cow plant seeds? Like, what do we even have over here? I'm not exactly sure. We shouldn't count them before they've hatched? Sprouted? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna start saying that. Can't count my cow plants before they sprout. I love that. I really love that. But that being said, I think we're managing to some degree. And it looks like we've got our buzz up over here. And the staff is returning back from the very first of their special expeditions. What could we possibly be unlocking for the rest of our museums? Let's find out. Dun 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 dun! And everyone survived! And we found extra experience. Experts. Is that a perk? Experts gain additional experience during exhibit restoration. Oh my gosh, I think that's a new type of perk. Helpful for some. We'll have to see what our perk can do on if it's helpful for others. And now with one of the deadly mysteries solved, I wonder which one we should try to take on next. Oh boy, are we gonna lose anyone? Are we gonna lose anybody, or are we gonna be able to make it? We'll find out next time, my friends. So I'll see you then. Bye-bye.